Hello, sweet souls. This is your last reading of the day. Sorry, my nose is itching all of a sudden. We're going to call on St. Michael. St. Michael, please transmute all negative energy to positive, centered myself with the viewer. We're going to call on the Holy Spirit, angel saints, spirit guides, and ancestors, and ask for a message for your greater good. We pray for truth and only truth for the greater good of the beautiful collective. Let's look at the overall energy for you. Overall energy. Prosperity begins. Sorry, now my head's itching. Ugh. Okay. Prosperity begins. Your prosperity, your new beginning that has prosperity attached to it is causing a tower for someone else because you're being seen as an empress energy and someone is in massive mental conflict. They feel conflict and defeat. I feel that your patience is finally paying off. You're being recognized and rewarded. This is someone in devil energy that was deceptive and envious, but you healed your heart, and that's why you're attracting this material harvest. I love it. You're being blessed. The month of January or July could be significant. 71 or 17 could be significant. Current energy. Current energy. Obstacle. Advice. Outcome. You're in the here and now. This could be going on in the present moment. You're in a space of love and gratitude. The current energy is you're stepping into your new life. You could be already in your new life. There is a significance of your new life energy here. The obstacle is someone is finding it difficult to block you. Empress energy. They can't. Man or woman. They can't block you. The advice, the blockage, they are surrounded by chaos and conflict. While they're worried about trying to block you, they have chaos and conflict all around them. The outcome is you're in this breathe energy. You're peaceful. You're relaxed. You're not worried about anything. None that they're doing is mattering. It doesn't matter at all. You're like, whatever. I'm good. I feel good. So, let's get this deck here. Let's see what's going on in this energy. Yeah, part 2. So the title I came up with is Realizing You Can't Be Defeated because Love is Power, right? So somebody is waking up to that. I feel like this is a spin-off of that reading, but we'll see. Tell me about the new life. New life. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. You had a whole group of people in this devil energy trying to work against you by creating confusion and illusion about who you are and what you do. If you're a reader, for example, this is a whole group of people that's been telling everyone that you're a scam artist, that you're crazy, you're not gifted, blah, blah, blah. But what's happening here, it didn't stop you from having your new life, but it trapped them. Now they're trapped under judgment for their actions. Yeah. Nothing stopped you from taking this brand new leap of faith. The Fool. And you know what just fell out? The Five of Pentacles. You're taking a brand new leap of faith. These people have sealed their own fate of poverty by interfering. That's why it's an obstacle for them to try to block the Empress energy. You're here to create. You're here on a mission for God. Obstacle. Yin on the fence. Yeah. You're the Queen of Wands. Man or woman. You're here to follow your passion. You're also coming out as an earth angel. Someone that has attached to their calling, their passion, restoring peace and harmony to the world, helping others to raise their vibration, helping others to heal. People are going to be in regret for trying to interfere. Why are they going to be in regret? They're going to be in regret because whatever they're doing to try to block your creative projects is going to result in blocking theirs. They could lose their job as karmic consequences for their interference in God's calling over your life. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Wow. Whatever marriage or long-term commitment is also going to end in heartbreak for them as consequences for interfering in your life. Doesn't pay to play this game because the spiritual realm will smack you down every single time you get out of your lane and you try to get in someone else's lane. The spiritual realm will smack you down. They have so much chaos and conflict in their own backyard and they're worried about blocking you. That's their blockage. Wow. Yeah. See, this is someone that is really emotional now. They thought they were going to get a big payout by lying, cheating, and stealing and blocking you in the Queen of Pentacles energy, blocking you from creating, blocking you from financial opportunities. But all it did is brought that chaos and conflict back into their reality. It didn't block anything for you. Yeah. Four of Cups. It was the wrong decision. Wrong decision. You're not stressed. You're in this very peaceful energy. Breathe. Yeah, it's like you walked away from someone that really wrecked your nervous system. Since walking away, your life got more peaceful and you were able to heal, grow, and evolve. And this person's been trying to desperately hold on to you, trying to block you, stop you, and here you are in the Nine of Pentacles, creating something independently on your own that's prospering. They didn't do anything. Your wishes are coming true. 9-9 could be significant. Yeah. Prosperity and wishes, blessings. In spite of the battles, all of the lies and illusions, it didn't matter. Here and now. Here and now. Yeah. In the here and now, you are this very gifted high priestess energy. You have a strong connection with the divine. You're being called to plant new seeds, to invest, to create new things. And St. Michael is guarding and protecting you. And that's the truth. You don't have to worry. You're being protected and guided. Wow. Okay. Let's do the Metamuse deck. You know, you are in this new life energy because God has willed it so. This is what you deserve. A new beginning. Recreate, like, not recreating, a new creation, a new reality. And you've had a whole group of people in this devil energy trying to create illusions around who you are and what you do. And they've just trapped themselves. Now they're under judgment. They didn't do anything to you. New life. Yeah, it's like all involved are in this mental anguish. We have a very immature Page of Wands energy on the fence and a Queen of Wands on the fence. This could be a couple. But St. Michael, like I said, is standing guard over your new life, over your creative projects, protecting you from these people from your past. St. Michael's protecting you. You know, they're making unwise decisions when it comes to operating in this moon energy because all they're calling into their reality is massive karma with justice. They're going to receive what they deserve, which is lack, financial ruin. That's what they're going to receive for their effort. Trying to block you and the divine femme energy is an obstacle. You are powerful, passionate, inspirational, and you're an earth angel here to raise the vibration of the world. They're going to be in regret because whatever they did to try and block your creative projects is going to come back to them. They could lose their job. They're also going to have failed marriages, failed relationships. It's going to end in heartbreak, all karmic consequences for trying to block the Empress energy that was being called by God. Obstacle. Yeah, the blockage. A gluttonous energy, overindulgent, thinking they were going to receive, receiving nothing because they're stuck in an illusion, stuck in a fantasy. And this has to do with the investment they made. Yeah, this immature energy, operating in devil energy, made a bad investment. This is why they're so preoccupied with you, Empress, and what you're doing. They're so preoccupied with you calling in a high vibrational divine match and the truth that you're speaking because they can't stand the thought of being exposed. And you don't really care what they think. You speak what God inspires you to speak. Nothing more, nothing less. This person's overly emotional because they thought by lying, cheating, and stealing they were going to get a big payout. They thought blocking you was going to give them wealth. It's an unwise choice. Now they have chaos and conflict. Yeah. Wow. See, you learn to love yourself. You operate in this divine love energy and you're attracting a divine union. And this has someone so stressed out because the truth is coming to light. They are being exposed. What's being exposed? That wheel's turning in your favor, good luck, fame, fortune, and against this person. This is a series of unfortunate events where they're stuck and stagnant. Nothing is going right. This would be karma. Yeah. And this whole group that's been trying to come for you through lies and illusions, cyberbullying, is ending. The cycle is coming to a close in whatever way God sees fit. However God decides to remove them from your path, he's going to do it. You're not stressed out. You're in a very zen energy because you were with someone that was wrecking your nervous system. This person was a walking stress bag. So since you walked away, you had time and space to be able to heal and calm your nervous system. This person was holding on, still holding on, trying to hold on, but it's doing nothing. You're being elevated right before their eyes. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, creating something prosperous on your own, your wishes and dreams coming true. And you're not stressed at all. Yeah, the blockage is this person's calling into their reality, complete and utter financial ruin. They're going to be left out in the cold. Yeah, and the divine has been trying to communicate this with this person. You better stop what you're doing. So the divine has been giving momentary pauses, problems, obstacles, and awareness. This is linked to what you're doing to collective. You need to stop. It's going to get worse. But they don't want to listen. They're too stubborn. They don't want to listen. Yeah, see, your self-love and your connection with the divine and this healing energy is protecting you from this devil from your past, devils from your past that have been watching you incessantly, and the Empress energy. For some of you, they're watching you and your Emperor, a divine connection. But the here and now, you are very gifted. You have a very strong connection with the divine. You're being inspired to create. And St. Michael is protecting you. And that's the truth. St. Michael is giving you truth and clarity. St. Michael is also delivering truth and clarity to those that continue to try to interfere. And your mission, the 7 of Pentacles, what you're being inspired to create. Now, I see you making a new investment and moving on. Some of you could be traveling or physically relocating because this is what you're inspired to do to bring peace into your life. Yeah, you're going to have the 10 of Cups, everlasting joy and happiness, happy home, happy life, emotional fulfillment. You are actively manifesting this now. Take what resonates. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, whatever practitioners or witchy woo-ha they're doing on their own is foolish because it's going to be blocked, because nothing is going to stop what God calls you to create. It's in the upright. They're only doing more harm to their life, to their reality. They're not harming you. Yeah, they're projecting all this energy toward the star. The healer already knows how to transmute that negative energy. So what is the healer doing? Transmuting it into blessings, 9 of Pentacles, continuing to stay focused on what God calls him or her to create, and it's bringing in prosperity and more blessings. So it's causing a tower for those operating in moon energy that are making this unwise decision, because again, justice, they're going to experience their karma. Wow. Let me get from another deck. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, so I was just thinking, this is an example. When you place your faith and trust in God, when you surrender your life to God, and you are a soldier for Christ, you are living your life to serve a purpose, being a living example of God's love, helping others, serving others. There is no one or nothing that can interfere with it, and you don't stress because you know who's in control, and it's God. This is what it's an example of. I'm going to do something from my deck real quick. What do we need to know? Yeah, whatever witchy-woo-ha or negative energy projection is going to go right back to them, and they're going to go through the dark night of the soul. These are people that have childhood trauma, which is no excuse for operating in evil energy, doing harm to others, trying to manipulate the free will of others. That is breaking spiritual law. You can't do that. Not without severe consequences. Yeah, deception, betrayal, and lies. And it's a karmic couple. It came out in the reading. They're being blocked. They're fake, they're wearing a mask, and they're operating in ego. Yeah, it is the Emperor energy that fell from grace and a false feminine karmic that they connected with. Yeah, your new opportunities is in the upright. The blockage for this couple is God's wrath. Yeah, they went into some sort of contract with this karmic and didn't read the fine print. You have new job opportunities. This can also be an expansion of your career. You have abundance, financial stability, and blessings. And your ancestors are definitely guiding you, helping you, protecting you. Yeah, and angels are with you for protection. Continue to redirect your thoughts to positive. There's also toxic friends that are involved. It looks like health issues is going to be an issue for all of them. So whether this is STDs or other health issues, it is directly linked to the negative energy they projected upon you. Let's look at what lies beneath real quick. We'll just do some from this stack. What do we need to know? Your prosperity that's attached to your new life, it can't be taken from you. It doesn't matter what they do. It can't be taken. Wow. The blockage for this karmic couple is the police. This is, they're nothing but haters. And I don't know why the police are here, but the blockage is people are going to witness all this ish go down. There's going to be a lot of gossip around a situation. Why is the police here? It has to do with the copycat, the tired of the drama. So I don't know if someone's calling the police, if there's a fight that's breaking out. Fighting for you, what you love, claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. Yeah, this karmic couple could be getting in a fight. And so this can be DV, a call for DV. There definitely is distorted sexual energy here. This could be a couple that involves multiple other people in the relationship sexually. Somebody's keeping you a secret, secretly watching you from fake accounts. They're going through bank failure. Love story. Once upon a time. I feel like they're reflecting on the love that you gave them, which was unconditional. They could have kept a promise to a third party who, with red lipstick stains, I feel like the third party kept some sort of proof because there's betrayal, deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. I feel like the third party is keeping proof on this person, what they've done. So if she needs to pull the trigger, she will. If she needs to reveal, expose, she will. With sexual protection here, there's a lot of distorted sexual energy coming out. They didn't use caution. They should have used sexual protection, and they didn't. Wow. So I definitely feel like there could be STDs involved here. A situation's about to explode. Yeah. Getting a room, hotel, motel, suite, business, and pleasure. Now, this could be a couple doing some nefarious things for money, and that could be why the police is here. They could also be on some sort of substance. They know they effed up. They don't want to hear it. Their ego won't allow them to take any type of criticism, but they know they effed up. They've operated from a space of envy, collective. Not only do they envy you, they envy others that they feel has more than them. Yeah, this is a runner. They like to run away from their problems without accountability, but there's investigation going on which is going to block them from running. They're not going to be allowed to run. They can't get out of this one. Finding evidence, getting caught, and cheating is in reverse. I feel like they've been trying to hide or block evidence, but the police is here and there's an investigation. They feel destroyed, shattered, broken, effed up. Yeah, they underestimated you. You have emotional intelligence. And again, with sex shops, they could be selling something that would be a crime online without me getting graphic. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, private relationships, sex shop, tantric sex. I mean, investigation, police. Yeah, bugaboo. And they have fake friends also in the mix. They were fulfilling a fantasy. And they want to come in with a fake apology. Yeah, the blockage, they need to go to the doctor because they have some sort of STI, STD. Yeah, they're getting played by the karmic and it's game over. They've been putting on a show, pretending to be happy, but people already know the tea. They know people know what's going on and they're depressed. They really are. So I don't know what we're going to call this reading, but it definitely doesn't pay to play with divine energy. And this person wasn't coming for you. They were coming for God. Because when you surrender to God, your life belongs to God. And so anyone trying to interfere with God's calling over your life, they are going toe-to-toe with God. And that never ends well. Never. So, all right, I'm going to leave this reading here. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm scheduling for the second week of December. If you're interested in scheduling, please share the videos, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.